Welcome to Basic Business AI, a podcast dedicated to simple AI strategies for businesses who don't want to get an advanced tech degree or hire some marketing bro. I'm your host, Ana Gonzalez, and you can find me on social media at AnnaBotPrime. We bring on regular business owners like you and me to discuss practical strategies, ideas, and perspectives about AI without getting too far into the weeds of the tech. BBAI is sponsored by Conversational Funnels, the new way to automate lead generation, qualification, and appointment bookings for service-based businesses. If you want more sales calls on your calendar without having to pay some expensive marketing agency or hire appointment setters, conversational funnels are the best bang for your buck in 2024. Download the blueprint for free by going to conversationalfunnels.com. Today's guest is Mayim Vega. Mayim Vega is a former NASA computer scientist turned entrepreneur, holistic healer, author, and founder of Aruka.com, the Holistic Life Academy. Her mission is to empower you to become the healer of your home and your community and build a profitable online holistic coaching business. So, Mayim, welcome to Basic Business AI. From your perspective, how is AI reshaping the future of your industry?
Well, I think that a lot of things are faster now because of AI. For example, blogs are largely written with the help of AI and landing pages, sales pages, books, a lot of things. I think to really use it properly though, you can't just use, like, for example, chat gpt or cloud AI. You can't just use it as is. You still have to guide it and give it the human touch, the personal touch, because AI is still non-human, and the output feels very non-human. And another thing is that you can trust it for general answers, but I do not trust it for the same way that I would trust Google for general answers, right? But I wouldn't trust it for sources and references. It is better. ChatGPT is better with their four model, but it still lacks. It's still, I don't know if it's lying or it's mistaken or what. They talk about AI hallucinations, but it's still it's still not reliable. And what I usually do is I don't really let it give me new information. I give it information and I just ask it to reword it so that it's a little bit maybe less technical, easier to understand, or things like that. So if you're a professional using AI, I believe that you still have to act as a professional, and as if you hired a ghostwriter to write something for you. You don't necessarily They don't necessarily know more than you. So you have to fact check the output of that AI. And I'm I'm in the holistic health and wellness industry right now, but I came from a scientific background from the I used to work at the NASA Ames Research Center in Moffett Field, California, as a computer scientist, and we would actually program, AI like software that would automate experiments, automate virtual experiments, so that before a scientist or researcher would make a prototype, would build an actual physical prototype of their invention, they would run it through a simulation through our program and on the NASA computer network, so that if it failed, it could fail virtually on the computer network instead of failing in real life after they've spent like maybe millions of dollars building a new nanobot or a new piece of aircraft. So we are still the masters of technology, and it hasn't gotten to the point yet where they don't need us, which is really good. It's a very good thing that they don't need us. And but it certainly can get to that point. And I think because I'm a holistic healer, so I care about body, mind, and spirit. And I don't believe that AI can ever have a spirit or soul. Everything is learned. And I think that spirit and soul is a divine connection to the Almighty Creator. And the only connection that AI has to the Creator is through human beings that have created it. So as far as holistic health and healing goes, the holistic movement is going towards things that are more natural, that are less, less modernized, less technology driven. We're going into eating more naturally and not processed foods, and grounding, and being in touch with nature and being free of electronics. This is the holistic movement. We're trying to balance ourselves and our relationship with technology. Not that, as a computer scientist, I love technology and I want to use it and keep using it, but I also understand that I don't want to lose myself to it, and
Right.
that it can never replace our divine nature as human beings.
Right. All of this is very important, what you're saying. And I loved that phrase, we're the masters of technology, because we are. Um, like everything in life, the quality of our input will dictate the quality of the output that we get. This is in life, and this is in using the computers or using the AI or ChatGPT or whatever you use. Um, and yes, to not trust sources
Fully.
from ChatGPT. I have this experience that I was looking for headlines and it gave me really great headlines. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And the moment I went to look for the headlines, like just have screenshots of the newspaper, I couldn't
Was
find any. So I was ChatGPT. Where did you find these? And ChatGPT said, oh, I invented them. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
glad it finally, yeah, it does eventually tell you the truth.
yes. So now when I look for information, I ask ChatGPT to when it gives me information or when I'm prompting it, I ask it to give me accurate information that is um accessible and that is verifiable. And then sometimes it gave me some information and I was like, all right, is this accessible and verifiable? And it was like, all right, let me check. And yes, 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 no, this is not. Yes, 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 no. So now I always prompt it like, make sure to give me information that is accessible and verifiable and accurate, please. Um, and to stick to whatever I'm asking for and not to hallucinate. But yes, it's super important for um everything that you're mentioning.
Yeah,
And also,
regarding that, Chat GPT is updated every once in a while, but doesn't, as far as I know, the current model doesn't have real-time information. But
no.
Grok on X.com, formerly known as Twitter, it does have real-time information on its network. So it will know
Oh,
what's going on this hour because it has access to the Twitter network, where ChatGPT, it has to be, it's updated every once in a while. So its information can be a little bit, more outdated. Grok is a lot more nimble in terms of having the current information and being correct in its sources. And even, even when I ask ChatGPT to say, give me real sources, sometimes I check it and it's not verifiable.
right?
Like it's like 50% is real sources. Maybe it's outdated. I don't know, but maybe it's been known to lie and hallucinate. So,
Mhm.
it's so interesting that I wonder why it hallucinates. They say that that it's just a processing error. But I'm wondering, has it learned to lie? Has it learned from us that
That's a good question.
sometimes fabricating things is acceptable, and it will please us, you know?
That's a good question. Good. I feel like ChatGPT is a people pleaser, but what are we gonna do? Back to what you were saying about being holistic. I think that that's awesome. What you're saying, like, let's go back to our roots. Let's not lose ourselves. Um, because I mean, technology is awesome and everything, but at the end of the day, it is here to help augment us. It's just a tool.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, I think we get sick, right? We get sick and we need someone to help us and to fix our problems. And the fact that these AI bots, that they get things wrong sometimes. I even heard there was a electric vehicle. It accidentally locked a little boy in his mom's car, and she was like pounding on the door. It would not open.
Mm.
And it was a crazy case. So we've never known computers to be perfect. We've never known computers to be fail proof, just like we humans are not fail proof, you know. So it, you know, they will need, they will still need us, like even in the future, you know. We need, just like we need God, we need our creator. Well, the AI is going to need us because we are their creators.
Exactly.
And you know, so
awesome. So Mayim, tell us about who you serve and how people can reach out to you.
yeah, well, I basically I help people who were in my situation not too long ago. Well, back in 2006, I guess, yeah, 2006, I faced a major health crisis and I went to the modern medical system, and the doctors could not help me. Doctors, nurses, all their expensive, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars equipment, they had no answers for me. And so I realized that the answers were not in the medical system. So I set out to study nutrition and herbalism and holistic health, and also holistic life coaching was a big part of my my continual health journey and healing. And so I have 7 children now. The oldest is 20, the youngest is 4, and I've raised all of them without the need for pharmaceutical drugs or doctors or anything like that. I have two out of the 7 had to go visit the doctor because they got broken bones, which I don't have an herb for that yet, you know. So, but besides that, you know, even with their pain management in the broken bones, I didn't have, you know, we didn't have to rely on pharmaceuticals. We could rely on very safe, natural, effective supplements. And I've been able to help people, you know, learn how to get off medications, get off that medication roller coaster where you have to go from one medication to another, et cetera, because they keep causing side effects. And just help people, you know, heal their children of chronic issues or themselves. And so I also have even medical professionals in my program, you know, doctors and nurses who also have learned that the medical system is broken. They want to learn the holistic way. Every holistic doctor out there, if they have a standard medical degree, they usually learned holistic health and healing on their own, not from medical school. So, but this is, you don't have to be a medical student, you know, to learn at aruka.com and get the holistic healer certification. You know, you could just be who I was. I was, you know, I was a computer scientist, no health or medical background. And now I have, you know, all sorts of people, including people in the medical field, coming to me and asking me for health and healing advice. And so this is extremely attainable. The information is out there. It's not going to be found with ChatGPT or Google because they are biased. They are biased towards medicine. They're biased towards pharmaceuticals, and they don't give information that is either accurate or powerful enough. Sometimes they'll mention the herbs or the vitamins or the supplements, but they don't, it has the modern medical biases, the same biases doctors and nurses, where they'll say, oh, be careful with that, that might be dangerous. And the truth is pharmaceutical drugs are 1,000 times more dangerous than vitamin C or, you know, echinacea. So if anyone's interested, they can visit the website at arukah.com or ruka.com.
Great. So we're going to wrap from here. Thanks to our guest, Mayim Vega, for joining us for a practical conversation about AI and its potential for business. You can learn more about what she does by visiting her website, aruka, ARUKAH.com. If you're in a business of any size and you have some ideas or strategies around the topic of AI, we'd love to have you in a future episode as well. We interview business owners of all levels of experience and exposure to AI so we can represent all voices, especially the 90% of us who are curious about AI but not trying to be tech geniuses. Apply for a future episode by going to basicbusinessai.com. And one more time, if you want to solve the problem of lead generation, qualification, and follow-up by automating it completely, download the Conversational Funnels Blueprint for free at conversationalfunnels.com. See you next time on Basic Business AI. Oh, and by the way, if you like this episode, tell your friends. See you later.